Hey everybody, welcome back. You know, we talk about skincare on this channel. That's what my channel is all about. And oftentimes we're really focusing a lot on like the face and maybe the neck, the chest, areas that get a lot of sun damage. That's usually where we see most of the visible signs of aging. But as we get older, things can go awry in other areas like sagging arm skin, leg skin, hyperpigmentation patches in other areas, and that crepey mottled skin look. So today's video is a compilation video, pieces and parts of my very best information and advice on these areas of the body compiled into one video with chapters, so you'll be able to skip around and come back and watch the things that are important to you. These type of compilation videos, while a little bit longer, give you a lot of information, save you from having to try to search through my videos and use playlists to get the information that you actually need. And this idea came from you guys, my wonderful Chris Gibson fam, Chris Gibson tribe, whatever you want to call it, family of subscribers. So that said, I'm going to shut up now and we're going to jump right in and help you get the best looking body and skin you can possibly get at any age. Now, who does not want to roll back the clock on how we look? I mean, most everybody does, at least after 30. And we know that things like eating well, staying fit, and getting enough rest all make a big difference. And as we head into the new year, as I said, there's always a renewed interest in looking better and feeling better. Maybe it's losing some weight or what have you. But today we're going to talk about some scientific ways you can actually take 3 years off your biological age and the look of your skin in just 8 weeks. Now, as I said, these new studies that are out prove once again that things like diet, exercise, mindfulness, skincare routines, the products that you use on your face, all can combine to create a perfect storm of wellness. How often do we get to say perfect storm of wellness? All of these things don't just slow the aging process, they actually help reverse it. Now, I will put a link to the Health Got studies down in the video description box. If you guys want to go read the full studies, you can do that. They're there for you. Suffice it to say, we're going to be going over the very things you can start doing right now that 8 weeks from today, if you started today, that's just barely into the new year, you're going to look and feel different. Now, the reason all of these things are effective is because they address ongoing inflammation and the methylation of your cells. DNA methylation is not something that we have talked about a whole lot on the channel. It's kind of one of those really scientific terms that sounds really scary, but it is a naturally occurring process in the body that helps it operate. It has to do with regulating gene expression, to get really scientific. But on the positive side, it does things like help regulate cell production by making sure that our cells are being healthily replicated. And on the negative side, when it gets out of hand or goes awry, it can cause things like cancer. All right, so what do you need to be doing? Well, first and foremost, let's talk about diet. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on diet because I've got videos on this on the channel, which I will link to in the video description box. But if you have a diet that is high in sugar, in this 8-week plan, it would be a really good idea to cut a lot of that refined sugar out. Now, I know, it's the holidays. I'm with you, but if you can do it, it can really make a big difference, and here's why. We know that sugar impacts the body negatively. We know about diabetes. I'm not going to spend a lot of time going over all the illnesses that sugar can play a part in creating, but when it comes to skin and organ health, we know that too much sugar in the body oxidizes, latches onto cells, weakens cell walls, creates havoc in your collagen production, not just in your skin, but in your organs, and can lead to premature aging, inside and out. So too much sugar is a real problem, and it's one of the things in your diet you can change in this 8 weeks that can lead to a big difference on down the line. Add to this, of course, I'm going to tell you to beef up the leafy greens in your diet, to add supplements like collagen proteins and vitamin K2 with D3, because we know those things help the body operate better, helps calcium distribution, nutrient and oxygen distribution throughout the body to your cells, which makes healthier cells as we generate them. Now, the other thing I want to touch on is, of course, activity. A sedentary lifestyle is not doing any of us any good. It's one of the things that I beat my own drum at myself about making sure that I'm active during the week. You guys know I film a lot of videos. I spend a ton of time on my arse editing these things, and I have my watch, my smartwatch, remind me it's time to get up off my butt. Here's why that's important. Studies have actually shown that just 3 days a week of 30 minutes of just moderate exercise, walking, swimming, running, playing fetch with the dog or your significant other, whichever way you want to do it, those things help your body produce healthier cells at all levels. It helps reduce the damage and shortening span of your telomeres, which leads to premature cell death. I know I'm being very medical with you guys today, and I normally am not, but I want you to understand why these things are important. So certainly you don't need to become a gym rat. I'm not one, but I keep my fitness as a priority for me because I feel better, I have more energy to do what I need to do, and I want to live healthy as I get older. So it's very, very important to make sure you have some sort of activity planned throughout the week to keep you from being sedentary. It's going to make a big difference. And again, in 8 weeks, you're going to be able to measure that. Certainly, jogging is fine. Certainly, lifting light weights. Again, we don't need to be a gym rat. We just need to get off our butts and move. The other thing that has been shown to make a huge difference in the aging process for our bodies and our skin is making sure that we get relaxation. Now, normally I preach about getting enough sleep, 6 to 8 hours a day. You guys know that follow me. I'm not going to talk about sleep today. That's a given. But I'm talking about unplugging from everything, putting your social media away, getting off the television, off the computer, off the phone, whatever you have going on for 15 to 20 minutes. 30 minutes is even better of just shutting it all off and just focusing on maybe a fan in the room, or if you're out in nature, just watching nature, staring at the leaves on a tree. What we want to do is defocus the mind from outside stimuli to internal stimuli. So a lot of people use breathing techniques. That's absolutely fine. But that mindfulness session resets a lot of things in your body. It also really reduces the amount of inflammation that goes on in your body during the day, kind of gives that reset to you before you have your nighttime reset where you're actually sleeping. It makes a big, big difference. I know it's one of the things that when I get so busy that I forget or stop doing that, I can really tell the difference in my mood, my mental clarity, and my physical energy. So give that a try. Again, 8 weeks, and look and see what it does for you. And of course, this is a skincare channel, and I'm a skincare guy. So we're going to talk about skincare routines. This is a great time of year. It's a great reason, this 8-week plan, to take a look at and reevaluate your skincare routine. Now, there are tons of new products on the market today. There are tons of ingredients we have covered on the channel. It would take us an hour to go through all of those. So again, I will link to my skincare routine videos. If you guys want to watch those, I highly recommend it. But here are some basics. You want to look at that face wash, depending on where you live in the world. It's summer or it's winter, whatever. And make sure that your face wash is working well for you. What that means is it's cleansing your skin, leaving it hydrated, not squeaky tight. If your skin feels extra dry or extra tight after you use a face wash, it's not the right face wash for you, and you need to bump up to a creamy version that is going to have less of an effect on the pH on your skin and be very gentle to the cleansing process. The next thing is to make sure you have a vitamin C serum in your skincare routine, whether that's the stronger L-ascorbic acid versions like the Ordinary's 23% suspension that I talk about, or a drugstore product like Olay or CeraVe or one of those vitamin C serums that is made with sodium ascorbyl phosphate, which is much milder for sensitive skin. Either way, we want that antioxidant working on our skin to help ward off any problems that we get from the toxins in the air and from when we touch our face, and to help brighten that complexion and speed up that cellular turnover. So vitamin C serum, one of those main things, I think I just spit, sorry. Vitamin C serum, one of the main things that you really need to have in a basic skincare routine that's gonna make a difference in that 8 weeks. On top of that, we wanna make sure that we are giving our skin what it needs in the form of support for collagen. One of the ways to do that is to make sure that we are using a collagen peptide product. You guys know I talk about the Inky List Collagen Booster on this channel a lot. It's one of my favorite products. So it can be very helpful in replacing those amino acids that we produce less of as we get older to support collagen production. Now, I'm going to be mentioning a few products here in this skincare routine. I will link to those, like I always do, down below in the video description box, and you will be able to find the links that you're looking for. Next in this routine, to help roll back 3 years and 8 weeks, we want to make sure we have an exfoliation step in place for our skin. Now, you can do this physically with a scrub. I don't really recommend those. For the most part, they're too rough on skin, especially facial skin, but there are some sugar scrubs out there that are okay. Or a product like a Buff Puff Gentle, which is a sponge that's designed to help remove dead skin cells that are stuck to the surface of our skin, making it look dull and making fine lines and wrinkles look worse. Or you can use a skin exfoliating acid like Alpha Skincare's 14% Renewal Serum that I use and talk about on the channel. That's a glycolic acid that helps loosen the bond between the old skin cells stuck on the surface and the new skin underneath. It can really make a big difference in the smoothness and freshness of your skin. You can also use a peel product once or twice a week that's made of these same types of acids. There's the Olay Mask Vitamin C and AHA peel that I talk about on the channel. Again, I'll link to that below. Also, I like the Ordinary's peel solution with the glycolic salicylic acid mix that goes on the skin 2 to 3 times a week. It goes deeper into the skin and allows that old skin to slough off pretty quickly and pretty easily. It can make a big difference over time in the way your skin looks and feels. And then, of course, in the routine, as I always talk about, for most of you, it's going to be important, especially if you're over 30, to be using a retinol moisturizer. Now, I know there is a lot of conjecture out there about retinols and the strength of retinols. And I have, again, videos on that I will put down below for you to watch, full videos. But as a general rule, for a healthier skin, to help reverse sun damage and really boost collagen production over time, which is going to get rid of hyperpigmentation, age spots, fine lines and wrinkles, is going to help plump those out and just give you thicker skin overall. A retinol product is the way to go. It is still the #1 topical that can do these things for your skin. And then, of course, and most perhaps importantly, is that you wear sunscreen. So important for 2 reasons. One, you need to protect your skin from further accumulating damage from the sun for a whole variety of reasons, from photoaging to skin cancer risks. So yes, we want to protect our skin from any further damage. It's going to allow our products to work better. But here's the other reason that people don't think about. When your skin is not having to expend energy, and it does, to protect itself from the sun, when you do not have sunscreen on, that same energy goes back into the healing and replication process of your cells in your skin, and it's going to make a big difference over time. So not only does it protect your skin now, it helps you roll back the clock. Do these things for the next 8 weeks. Take a selfie when you start, take a selfie when you stop, put the 2 together, and just be amazed at how different you feel and look. And I want you to come back to this video in the comments or on the Skin So Fabulous blog and let me know how this worked out for you. Everybody wants to have that really tight, nice looking arm skin. Nobody likes the flab. So if you're starting to see that, or you have it already, man, is this video for you. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about how to get tighter arm skin specifically. Now, as we get older, our bones tend to shrink, unfortunately, and we lose some of the ability to produce collagen. Not to mention, we use our arms a lot. So we're always stretching these muscles and the skin surrounding them. And what happens as we get older, for a lot of folks, especially if they've had a lot of weight gain or weight loss in a hurry, is this skin gets very loose on the arms. And a lot of folks don't like it, and I get it, because I myself am 59, just 5, maybe 6 months away from being 60, and I don't have that on either arm. Now, not bragging, but there are some reasons why I don't. And it is one of those things that helps me defy what people expect a person to look like at my age. So today I'm going to give you some simple exercises and stretches that help tone those muscles, build them back up under the skin, helping you stretch that skin back out where it looks a lot tighter. Very simple to do. Now, if you're new to my channel and not familiar with who I am, I'm Chris Gibson, a skincare expert. I've been doing skincare for 36 years, but on this channel, we also talk about things besides skincare products, because products can't do it all. So I talk sometimes about longevity, and I certainly talk about fitness. And so if that's the kind of content you've been looking for here on YouTube, I hope you'll stick around and subscribe. All right, so in any sudden physical activity, especially activities that you've not done before, it's very important to warm yourself up. You can do that by walking quickly around a room for about 20 seconds, or more oftentimes it's easier to just stretch. So for these exercises we're doing today to tighten the arm skin, I'm going to start with the stretching first, because again, it's good to get that blood flowing and those muscles warmed up before you do any sort of exercise. So this is a very simple yoga pose. You guys that follow me on the channel know I'm big into face yoga and body yoga. So we're going to do these wing stretches first. Again, very simple. All right, so you lift your arms and stretch them out straight, and you're going to turn one palm down, one palm up, and stretch, and hold that for a count of 3. And then we're gonna twist around the other way, put the other palm down and the other palm up, and stretch and hold for 3. And then we're gonna do it again, 1, 2, and 3. And then we're gonna do it again, 1, 2, and 3. Now you're gonna feel those muscles worked under the skin, the biceps, triceps, all the way down to your wrist on each arm. It's gonna help work those muscles horizontally and tighten them up. You'll feel an instant tightness in your muscles, so you kind of wanna loosen that up before we go on to the next exercise. This next set of stretching exercises works the very back of the arm, and this area in particular that gets a lot of flabbiness as we get older. This exercise is especially good if you've lost a lot of weight quickly and you have a lot of loose skin. It will help tighten that area up and work these muscles from the back of the shoulder all the way down to the elbow. We're gonna use both arms, but I'm gonna turn slightly to the side so you can see how this looks from that angle. So we're gonna put arms down straight by our hips, and then we're gonna move them back as far as we can till you feel that pull in the back of the arm and the back of the shoulder. You're gonna count to 3, you're gonna relax and put them forward again. Now, if you feel a little bit of stiffness or pulling afterwards, you can simply just shake your arms a little bit, let them loosen up, and then we're gonna do this again. Arms to the sides, relaxed, and then back as far as you can take them, and hold for a count of 3. 1, 2, 3, and relax. And then we're gonna do one more. You're gonna relax, shake those arms, loosen them up, and then again back. Just as far as you can take them where you feel the muscles tighten. 1, 2, 3, and relax. Now we're gonna move on to light weights. Now, if you've never lifted any sort of weights before, it's good to start very low, like with a 2 or a 2.5 weight. The best weight to use for both men and women tend to be between 10 pounds and 20 pounds of weight. We don't want more than that because we're just trying to tone the muscles to help tighten the skin. We're not turning into bodybuilders in this video anyway. So I have my weights here. You can see these are 10-pound weights, and we're gonna do what's called hug the tree. So that's bringing the weights up just outside the shoulders, like you're gonna hug a tree, and reaching around and putting them together. 1, 2, 3, and then back and relax. And then again, 1, 2, 3, and then back and relax. And then again, 1, 2, 3, and then back and relax. So if you complete that set of exercises, you wanna wait 2 to 5 minutes to let your arms relax, let your muscles relax and recuperate. And because it's so hot in this room with these lights and I'm exercising, I'm sweaty, so I'm gonna get my headband and I'll be right back. All right, now I'm back with the headband. I'll keep the sweat out of my eyes, so you may want to invest in one of those if you're gonna do these exercises. Of course, I do look a little bit like a backup singer for Let's Get Physical, but anyway, that's okay. That's the 80s. I was around then. This next exercise set is gonna be one most everyone is familiar with, and it's simply a bicep curl. So you're gonna take the weights, you're gonna put them forward to about hip level, and you're just gonna curl them up slowly. 1, 2, 3. Then relax your arms back down, hip level, back up to the shoulders. 1, 2, 3. Back down to the hips, relax for a count of 2, and then back up to the shoulders. 1, 2, 3, and then you're done. Simple, 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 right? All right, so this next exercise to tone and tighten your arms is called serve the platter, and you're gonna see why in just a second. And it's going to be exactly the same thing we did before, 3 of these with a count of 3 for each of them. So just like holding a platter, you're gonna bring the weights up to chest level, put them together, 1, 2, 3, and drop them down. So we're gonna do this again, just like holding the platter, bring the weights up to chest level, put them together, 1, 2, 3, and drop them down to the hips, and then relax. And a third time, here we go again with the platter, put them together, 1, 2, 3, and then drop down to the hips and relax. Now I will tell you these exercises are very, very simple. I want you to start slowly when you start doing them. Over time, you can build up to 5 and then ideally 8 reps in each of these sets. And if you will do this 2 times a week. It's not something you need to do every single day, because if you do that, you will actually break down muscle rather than build it up, which is what we want to do to help tone and tighten those arms so you can get really tight, great looking arms like I have at any age. Sustaining your collagen in your skin is the #1 thing you want to try to do to keep your skin looking healthy, starting in your 20s and 30s and onward. And you've likely come across one of the many ways that is said to help boost and improve collagen levels in your skin, things like diet and supplements and even medical treatments. Well, I'm going to share with you what actually works in today's video. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new and not familiar with me, I'm Chris Gibson, a skincare expert. I've been doing this stuff for 36 years, helping people find skincare that will work for them, not empty their wallet and not do them more harm than good, because caring for your skin should be easy, fun, and effective. So if that's the kind of content you've been looking for here on YouTube, I hope you'll stick around and subscribe. All right, so just so we're all clear on what we're talking about today, we are talking about collagen in the skin. This is not collagen that is in a topical product that is moisturizing, but too large of a molecule to actually sink into your skin, and has nothing to do with the collagen you produce in your body for things like your bones, your digestive system, your organs, your blood vessels, and of course, your skin. When we're talking about collagen production in the body, we are talking about supplementation in the form of collagen peptides. So the #1 way that you've probably come across helping to improve, restore, increase the collagen levels in your skin and body is through supplementation. Keeping those collagen levels up in your skin is indeed very, very important, because as we get older, we produce less of the enzymes or proteins that help build and strengthen and protect the collagen that you do have. That, of course, leads to all sorts of problems like sagging skin, fine lines, wrinkles, even those deeper static wrinkles that we get that form over time. When your baseline collagen levels are high, your skin is going to look plump, smooth, firm, and it won't have lost its stretchiness. And there have been numerous studies that have come out over the last several years, and the one that came out earlier this year, which I'll link to below in the video description box, actually proved that there is a measurable difference or increase in collagen levels in the skin in individuals who take collagen supplementation in their diet on a daily basis. Now, you can take collagen peptides in many forms. There are 19 amino acids that make up these peptides, again, building blocks of the collagen that you produce in your body, which becomes lacking over time. Many different brands to choose from out there, but the type that I take are the collagen peptide powder. This is the unflavored version from Vital Proteins. The bottom line on collagen peptides, there's no reason for you not to include them in your diet. They can be very, very helpful. And science is proving the efficacy, and I love that word, of how well they can benefit your body and your skin. The next way to improve collagen levels in your body may come as a surprise to some, but not all, and that is hyaluronic acid. Now, we have talked about hyaluronic acid on the channel a lot because it is an ingredient that we see in a lot of moisturizers because of that molecule's ability to attract and hold moisture, so it's very effective on the skin. But it is also a molecule that your skin and body produces naturally, and like other enzymes, as we get older, we do tend to produce less of them. If you live in a particularly dry climate, your skin can be depleted of this particular molecule. So of course it makes sense to use a moisturizer that contains it. But you can also take hyaluronic acid as a supplement, and recent studies have shown that by doing so, it really does help improve skin moisture levels. So you might want to take a look at giving your skin the 1-2 punch, going from within and without, because that molecule also helps in the production of collagen in the skin and the preservation of the collagen and elastin that you do have. So drier skin can lead to a breakdown of collagen just under the upper levels of the skin, helping to increase that sagginess, fine lines, and wrinkles. The other way to support collagen production in your body and improve and restore it is to make sure you're getting enough good old vitamin C in your diet. Now, most of us know that you can get plenty of vitamin C through vegetables, through fruits, particularly citrus fruits like oranges, lemons, and limes. But it's also important to consider adding a vitamin C serum if you don't already have one in your skincare routine every single morning. This is the one I use right now. It's Vitabrid 12. It's a vitamin C serum. And what that vitamin C serum does is it helps to protect your skin cells from damaging effects from the environment. That's pollution, irritants, and yes, of course, UVA and UVB light. The benefits of vitamin C serum on your skin are many, including brightening and evening out your skin tone, helping to fade any hyperpigmentation patches or dark spots. and its potent antioxidant action on your skin to help protect your skin cells from free radical damage and oxidation means your skin looks better, longer, and is producing healthier new cells. Again, I'll put links down below in the video description box for the vitamin C serum and the other products that I use. Now we're going to talk about a couple of surprising things that can actually help and have been proven scientifically, science-backed, to help improve collagen levels in your skin. And the first is aloe vera taken orally. I know we think of aloe vera gel, so using it on the outside of the skin. It is very helpful in healing for things like sunburns and skin irritations. But in 8-week clinical studies, when people ingested aloe vera sterols, that's the active component of the plant, there were some pretty amazing things. Like in general, hydration of their skin was much better. The wrinkles measurement of the wrinkles that they did have were less. The levels of hyaluronic acid and collagen in their skin doubled. So again, what we want to think about here is that 1-2 punch using products that have aloe vera sterols in the actual moisturizer or serum and taking them internally can actually increase and restore collagen levels in the skin. Next up is the herbal supplement ginseng, and this one was a little bit surprising to me, so I did a little bit of deeper digging on this, and actually there are studies that have proven that by taking ginseng orally daily, there was an increase in collagen building molecules in the bloodstream, which meant that red ginseng in particular helped reduce the stiffness of fibroblasts, which are an important part of the structure of collagen, actually helping the elasticity in the skin. Ginseng is easy to add to the diet, either in form of a tea or a supplement, but I do want to point out here that before you begin any herbal supplementation, you really should talk to your doctor so you make sure it doesn't interfere with any medications that you may be on. After that is making sure in your diet you include a lot of antioxidant type of fruits and vegetables. Again, antioxidants help protect your body cells from the ravaging effects of free radicals and oxidation, which leads to premature cell death. Some of these free radicals we pick up from the environment, but most of them are actually produced by our bodies during metabolic processes. Simply adding super powerful antioxidant foods like green tea, blueberries, and even things like basil and oregano all can help increase the amount of antioxidants you have circulating throughout your body, boosting the overall health of your body and your skin and keeping it looking great longer. And then this one won't surprise any of you because it's something I talk about here on the channel all the time, and that is retinoids, carotenoids, making sure you get enough vitamin A in your diet through vegetables, particularly red vegetables like sweet potatoes, pumpkins, and carrots, and even spinach and kale all can help improve the amount of vitamin A naturally that you have in your body, because sometimes it's a little difficult to get the right amount from supplementation, and taking too much vitamin A internally can actually be dangerous. And then of course, applying retinoids or retinol to your skin at night can make such a big difference. I say this all the time, retinoids all the way from your over-the-counter retinol up to prescription strength tretinoin. Really the strongest topical product we have for skin still today after all these years, and people that have been using it since their 20s and 30s back in the 80s when it started look amazing. Many of them wishing they had used it other places like their neck, chest, and arms, but very recently we've had a lot of products come out for the body that include retinol that can really make a big difference. Retinol attacks the effects of aging from so many different ways. It helps improve collagen production, certainly so, giving your skin firmness and elasticity. It helps speed up cellular turnover, which needs to happen because it really does slow down as we get older, making our skin look textured, our pores look larger, and contributing to fine lines and wrinkles. It helps fade out age spots, hyperpigmentation patches, and keeps them from occurring. And in the case of prescription tretinoin, it has been proven to actually help remove precancerous cells from the surface of your skin. So it's a very powerful ingredient that can do wonders for your skin no matter when you start using it. The sooner the better, but if you're over 40, you should be considering a retinol or even prescription tretinoin in your skincare routine. And then of course, as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, there are treatments that you can use now in the home even. These devices that we now have available are able to provide RF therapy, which is radio frequency therapy that warms the collagen cells deeper in the skin layers, helping to increase their production and improve the overall elasticity and depth of collagen in your skin. And also red light therapy devices. I'm a big proponent of red light therapy devices. I've been using red light therapy myself for the last 3 years with tremendously good results, not just in overall skin health and collagen levels, but in how I feel, enhancing my mood, energy, and sleep patterns. So red light therapy, I have several videos on red light therapy, which I will link to below in the video description box for you guys that are interested interested in that. These type of technologies that are now available in the home are, to me, the next level of skincare that we're moving into now, where these type of therapies are going to be your main skincare routine and all the topical things you do are going to be secondary. I predict it. You heard it here first. And then, of course, to top all of this off, it's important to make sure you're protecting your skin from the damaging effects of the sun. I can't emphasize this enough. If you're not protecting it with a sunscreen, some type of clothing, I am notoriously known for wearing hats because I live in Florida. Protect your skin from the damaging effects of the sun. I've been doing that since my 20s. I just turned 59 this March, and I don't look it, and I contribute about 70% of the reason that my skin looks so good today is that I started using sunscreen so early on. So the sunscreen you need is the one you'll actually use. Sunscreen, sunscreen, sunscreen. Have I told you, you need to wear sunscreen? When it comes to health and wellness, many things play a role, not just in how well we look or feel, but actually how long we live. So today we're gonna be talking about 5 things to help you cultivate wellness, what I like to call 5 steps to well-beingness. Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm excited to talk about these 5 things that can help you cultivate wellness, well-beingness, and they're evidence-backed steps that can actually help you in many areas. Not just things about how well your skin looks or how much you weigh, but your overall well-beingness, which is going to show up in your energy levels, helping you to look fabulous and be more positive and get the best things out of life. One of the first ways to improve our well-beingness is to take a look at our relationships, the people that we have around us and how we interact with them. Connecting with people, good relationships, all can make a huge difference in not only how healthy we are, but how long we actually live. These types of relationships help us build a sense of self-worth and belonging, and can be surprisingly easy to accomplish. Things like taking out more time every day to spend with your family and your friends. One of the things that a lot of people have gotten away from doing that can be helpful in this area is to have a fixed time for dinner, a sit-down dinner, no television, no social media, just good conversation over good food. Also, visiting friends and family members that might need a little bit of help, encouragement, or just conversation. And another sure way to help accomplish this is to find ways to volunteer and help out in your community. It builds, again, a sense of self-esteem and self-worth. And one of my favorite things to do is help out with local animal shelters here in our area. Providing assistance where needed by volunteering really gives you a sense of empowerment and that you're making a big difference not only in your life, but in the lives of others. The second way to improve your well-beingness is to take a look at your level of physical activity. Now, I talk a lot about physical activity on my other videos, but it is so important, not just to your overall health. Although daily physical activity for as little as 20 minutes does improve your muscle strength, it improves your mobility, your mental clarity, and recent studies like the Health God study have shown that people who lead sedentary lifestyles, when they apply this 20 minutes per day of physical activity, and that could be walking, that could be playing with your dog, that could be tennis, that could be swimming. It's not necessary to run a marathon, but participants in that study saw a 3-year reversal in their biological markers, their aging markers, in just 8 weeks. So a little bit of physical activity makes a big difference, and then as you start to feel better, you'll be motivated to do more. Third on the list of things you can do to help improve your well-beingness is to learn new things, new language, new skill sets. I'm a big believer in stretching out that brain power and making yourself learn things that are outside the norm or even your sphere of comfort. We know from studies that by doing so, we create new neural pathways, which again leads to better mental and emotional health because those new neural pathways allow our bodies and our minds new ways of functioning at optimal levels. One of the easiest way to do this is get involved in DIY projects. I do it all the time, and sometimes I'm really good at it and sometimes I'm not, but it is that stretch beyond what I normally know how to do that really is invigorating, and I get a real sense of accomplishment whenever I get a project up and off the ground and successfully launched. So think about trying some new hobbies like writing or painting, or even a new sport like swimming or tennis, or something that might be really useful to you and others in your own personal life. All of these things can really help give you a sense of fulfillment, elevating your mood and your health every day. And number 4 on the list is giving back to others. Much in how I talked about volunteering can really lead to a sense of self-esteem, self-worth, and value. All of these types of acts of kindness and giving really improve your sense of self-worth, help you make connections with new people, even new friends, and that can be really life-altering for a lot of us that are feeling stuck in our lives or in our daily routines. And then number 5 on the list is to practice being in the moment, mindfulness. Realizing that the power of your life is never in the past or in the future, it is always in the now, because it is the now from which we make all our choices and decisions. Paying more attention to the present moment gives you a sense of empowerment over your own life, emotions, and the decisions that you make on a day-to-day basis. And a type of this practice that I have found most useful for myself is taking 15 to 20 minutes every day and meditating and just shutting everything off, going within and quieting the mind, allowing everything to have a sort of reset. Many times when I come out of meditation, I feel invigorated, rested, and I am full of brand new ideas. This type of meditation where you're not focused on things you're trying to fix, but just simply turning everything off and giving your body, your mind, and your spirit a breather can really do some amazing things for your mood and your level of creativity. I highly recommend you give it a shot. And as science has proven, add many more years to the length of your life. Now, I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, please like it, share it out. Let me know down in the comments below if it was helpful and or other topics or ideas you'd really like to hear and see from me. In the meantime, for even more ways to roll back that clock on skin and body aging, be sure to check out this video that I picked out for you next. Thank you guys so much for watching and supporting my channel. We're almost 400,000 subscribers strong. That's insane. I can't even believe that's happening, but I'm so appreciative of all of you helping the channel out. Stay beautiful, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you over on that next video.